If you're afraid, don't do it. If you're doing it, don't be afraid. I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. One arrow alone can be easily broken, but many arrows are indestructible. I wish to die at home. Let not my end disarm you, and on no account weep for me, lest the enemy be warned of my death. Let there be between us a firm treaty of friendship, amity, and peace, and let traders and caravans on both sides come and go. Perhaps my children will live in stone houses and walled towns, not I. As long as your brothers support one another and render assistance to one another, your enemies can never gain victory over you. Just as God gave different fingers to the hand, so has He given different ways to men. An action committed in anger is an action doomed to failure. Man's highest joy is in victory, to conquer one's enemies, to pursue them, to deprive them of their possessions, to make their beloved weep, to ride on their horses, and to embrace their wives and daughters. O people, know that you have committed great sins. If you ask me what proof I have for these words, I say it is because I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. Even when a friend does something you do not like, he continues to be your friend. There is no good in anything until it is finished. I am the flail of God. Had you not created great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. It is not sufficient that I succeed. All others must fail. A man's greatest joy is crushing his enemies. The pleasure and joy of man lies in treading down the rebel and conquering the enemy, in tearing him up by the root, in taking from him all that he has. Remember, you have no companions but your shadow. Conquering the world on horseback is easy. It is dismounting and governing that is hard. A leader can never be happy until his people are happy. All who surrender will be spared. Whoever does not surrender but opposes with struggle and dissension shall be annihilated. Those who were adept and brave fellows I have made military commanders. Those who were quick and nimble I have made herders of horses. Those who were not adept I have given a small whip and sent to be shepherds. The strength of a wall is neither greater nor less than the courage of the men who defend it. People conquered on different sides of the lake should be ruled on different sides of the lake. Violence never settles anything. The greatest happiness is to vanquish your enemies, to chase them before you, to rob them of their wealth, to see those dear to them bathed in tears, to clasp to your bosom their wives and daughters. Be of one mind and one faith, that you may conquer your enemies and lead long and happy lives. With heaven's aid, I have conquered for you a huge empire. But my life was too short to achieve the conquest of the world. That task is left for you. One of the joys of travel is visiting new towns and meeting new people. I'm going by the law, so that peace and happiness in the world there are hard and fast rule. I will rule them by fixed laws, so that rest and happiness shall prevail in the world. The merit in action lies in finishing it to the end. If lies can show the truth, they can be the truth. They can cause the truth. So I may build an empire on lies, but they are the truth. Heaven has appointed me to rule all the nations, for hitherto there has been no order upon the steppes. Who can't stop drinking may get drunk 3 times a month. If he does it more often, he is guilty. Every man has his use, even if only to gather dried cow dung and the goby for fuel. How can one withdraw? Even if we die, let us challenge their boasts. Eternal heaven, you be the judge. come and sip from the cup of destruction. Not even a mighty warrior can break a frail arrow when it is multiplied and supported by its fellows. It will be easy to forget your vision and purpose when you have fine clothes, fast horses, and beautiful women. As for the clothes I wear and the food I eat, I shall have the same as cowherds and grooms, and I shall treat my soldiers as brothers. Heaven grew weary of the excessive pride and luxury of China. A person is more work to break his enemies, drive them before him, and of them all is to hear the screams of those they loved. Despite all expectations, the time of my last campaign and of my passing is near. Mother Earth is broad, and her rivers and waters are numerous. I leave you the greatest empire in the world, but your preserving it depends upon your remaining always united. If discord steals in among you, all will most assuredly be lost. I am from the barbaric north. I wear the same clothing and eat the same food as the cowherds and horse herders. We make the same sacrifices, and we share our riches. In the space of 7 years, I have succeeded in accomplishing a great work and uniting the whole world in one empire. If my body dies, let my body die, but do not let my country die. As my calling is high, the obligations incumbent upon me are also heavy, and I fear that in my ruling there may be something wanting. If you insult the mother who gave you your life from her heart, if you cause her love for you to freeze up, even if you apologize to her later, the damage is done. Without the vision of a goal, a man cannot manage his own life, much less the lives of others. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.